Welcome back to the Insomniac Show with the Cali Griot. By candlelight. Well, the subject I have tonight is that we have a new Supreme Court judge, sitting pro tem Supreme Court judge in Louisiana because of what happened in Lafayette, at the Lafayette courthouse, with Michelle ODINET. So Vanessa Harris will be taking her place. So I've seen a lot about this on YouTube, but I haven't heard too much really about Vanessa Harris. So I'm going to talk to you about Vanessa Harris. I'm going to talk to you about Michelle Miller ODINET and her son, I guess it's Isaiah ODINET, who got kicked off the football team in Louisiana too, the Jaguars team. Well, let's find out about Vanessa. Vanessa Harris is an African-American lawyer and a judge serving as Judge Protem of the Lafayette Court. She has become the first African-American in Oppaloosa. Is that how you say it? Oppaloosa, Louisiana. It took me a long time to even try to get it out. So it's Opellousas. I think I need my glasses. What you think? Might help me read. Okay, yeah. Oppaloosa City Court Judge. So Harris was an assistant district attorney in St. Landry Parish, Louisiana, from 1988 to 2008. And in her early life, she's from Washington, Louisiana, and her father, sounds like he was an attorney too. His name was Aaron Harris, and he's a lawyer. And Alonzo Harris is her brother. Now, forgive me if I don't know who Alonzo Harris is. We'll look that up later, maybe. She earned her bachelor's in computer science at Southern University in 1985. She completed her JD, which is your Juris Doctorate, at Southern University Law in 1988. So we're going to talk about her career. So Mrs. Harris worked at the Harris and Harris law firm with their father. I guess it's not Mrs. Harris. That's her maiden name. Forgive me. Aaron Harris was an attorney at the Harris and Harris law firm. So she worked there with him since 1988. She was an assistant district attorney at St. Landry Parish, Louisiana from 1988 to 2008, prosecuted juvenile cases, and worked in civil cases like school truancies. Harris was elected January 1st, 2009 to serve as Oppaloosa's City Court. She is the first woman and African American to serve on that court. She retired December 2020. In December 2021, Harris was appointed by Louisiana Supreme Court to serve as Judge Protem for Lafayette City Court from December 17th, my birthday, 2021. Harris was appointed to serve there until February 28th, 2022. She replaces Michelle ODINET. Harris is the first African-American judge appointed to the Lafayette City Court. And it doesn't have much about her personal life. It says Harris was married to Howard Kinnerson. And she's married to Cynic M. Batista. And she has 3 daughters. So that's what we can find out about her just off Wikipedia. So if you haven't seen her, do we have a picture of her? I thought I had a picture of her. Sure do. Okay, got the picture right here. It's got to come up though. Maybe we don't. No picture in this article. Well, I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you've seen the picture. Oh, it took her just a minute to come up. That's all. This is her. The first Supreme Court judge in Louisiana, Vanessa Harris, replacing Michelle ODINET. Now, why did Michelle have to leave? What happened with Michelle? What happened with Michelle? Well, Michelle supposedly had a burglary at her house. And she was caught on tape saying, nigga, nigga, nigga. You know, like how Richard Pryor said it back in his comedy album. If you say it right and you know you made it as an American. He was talking to the Vietnamese refugees. I don't know if you remember that. It was an old joke. So I have something queued up for you so we can find out exactly what happened with this woman at the courthouse. And we're not going to play the actual tape that she did. I don't want to give her that much clout. This is a commentary. This is commentary that I got off of it's a comedy, like a comedy thing. Comedy. It's a brother doing it. Once it comes up. Okay.
Judge Michelle ODINET is after a video of people in her home displaying their familiarity with and joyous use of the N-word came to light. The video shows a big screen TV playing closed-circuit footage of two men apprehending an alleged burglary suspect in her driveway. We can't see who's talking, but we can hear their narrations, which sound like a couple of wannabe comedians I once heard auditioning for Def Comedy Jam. Part of me wants to play the footage, let you experience the rancidness for yourselves, but I'm not going to put you through it. It's too foul and too early in the evening. But the N-words and curse words flow like water, along with a lot of laughter. They were having a good time. Maybe that's why they filmed themselves saying filth like mom's yelling N-word, N-word, and we have an N-word. It's an N-word, like a roach. And a female voice saying, the dude had a phone on him. I should have taken his phone from him, that effing a-hole. Now, we don't know exactly who is speaking, but we do know Judge Foulmouth is actually a mom of 4 nearly grown teen twin boys. Was it their auditioning? On Monday, ODINET released a statement saying that she and the kids were victims of an armed burglary at her home. By the way, police found no weapons on the suspect, and she was shaken by the incident. She took a sedative and has no memory of the video or the language in it. And of course, it's contrary, naturally contrary to the way that they live their lives. Yeah, she went full Roseanne Barr. But what about the others? Were they on the sedatives too? There have already been calls for her resignation from the bench, and I'm adding my voice to them right now. Let me say it clearly. There's no way she can continue in her seat. She asked for understanding and forgiveness, and if this is what goes on in her home, how can any defendant of color believe that they'll receive either? Or more importantly, impartial justice with her on the bench. She asked for prayers, mine are reserved for the black people in her court, hoping that she sees them as human beings and not as insects. And the fact that she would rather hold on to her claim to power than have even a moment of thought or concern for those defendants in light of the video, which should be disqualifying in itself. She cannot be trusted to adjudicate cases fairly. She's got to go. And don't think past defendants won't be calling for their cases to be reviewed. I would. How can you deny them? I mean, they probably will because it's Louisiana, but how could a sane, fair society deny that claim? And the fact that she blames it on Ambien makes me question the judgment that raised her to this position in society in the first place.
Okay, well, that's what he thought about things, huh? That thought. So, I'm new at this, switching the camera around stuff. You guys, bear with me, okay? Bear with me. Let me turn this stuff off. Okay? So, it's some stuff going down in Louisiana. So, I got the article that I thought was the most important, because if this lady was doing all that, what about her court cases, right? So her maiden name is Michelle Miller, all right? Michelle Miller. So I'm going to put Michelle ODINET. I hope I get the same article, because it was talking about how people could probably go get their cases revoked. You know, when you have a racist judge, a lot of times you can go and get your cases overturned. That's what I was trying to find. I lost it on my other phone, y'all. I just tell you. So, when a judge or a lawyer does something immoral or unethical, and they're, reprimanded about it, generally, they're, even like with police, if a police gets fired, like everybody from Derek Chauvin's cases, more than likely, they can go back and get their cases dropped. Well, this lady, you know how Louisiana is. They lock up everybody and they mama when they black. It's got some of the longest terms, the worst prisons, but she's in charge of that. You heard her. So, if you have friends or family that are in Louisiana, go back to court and get your case overturned. Get it overturned. Go as soon as you can. And her maiden name is Miller. So you might have been used to her as Judge Miller. Judge Miller, not ODINET. Okay? So that's the most important thing here, is how many cases can be overturned. That's what I want to know. I want to make sure I get this information out to everyone. Please share this video. You know, we've heard a lot. We're happy. We're excited that there is a Supreme Court justice now on the bench in Louisiana, Vanessa Harris. Congratulations. Congratulations. Takes hard work to get to those type of places. So you got to see it to be it. So maybe there's a young lady out here that likes to argue, and I don't mean fight. I mean debate. Debate. You know, like those young ladies that were, where were they at? I did a story on them, and I can't remember now. I want to say Yale. And they were in the debate team, you know. So, debate. Debate's fun. I love argumentation. It's called logic. Quantitative reasoning. And I love to argue both sides. And a good attorney does that. It doesn't matter if you're guilty or innocent. It depends on how well you can argue. Argue. You should be able to go on either side, the defense or the prosecution, and argue an argument for or against an issue. That's all they're doing. And if you debate, you can do it too. Debate keeps you on your toes. Get a lot of research in and just go. I love it. I love debate. So, if you're good at debate, you like to read, Really, you don't have to read that much because I'm going to tell you a little secret. You know all those books? They read them, some of them, when they need them. But what they do is they look for precedent in those books. And they have someone that does that for them. They don't even do that themselves. If you have a Juris Doctorate, a JD in law, and you don't want to be an associate attorney, you're not good at arguing in front of a judge, then you do the research. This case or that case supports your argument, and you get as many cases in line to support your argument, and the other side does the same. This person versus that person in the state of da-da-da. You have to have as many cases that were precedent setting, and you use all those, or the ones that are the most relevant with the most powerful argument, and try to win yours. It's a lot of fun. Watch The Great Debate. If you don't know anything about argumentation, watch The Great Debate. It's a good movie. All right. So, congratulations again to Vanessa Harris. And get on the phone. Get on the phone and call those people down in Louisiana and say, get that lady off the bench, because right now she's just on paid leave. She's not fired. They didn't fire her. They didn't fire her. So, that's up to us. Get on the phone and call down to Lafayette. Doesn't cost anything anymore. I remember when phone bills would go up to $1,000. Be 40 cents a minute to talk to somebody. We paid a lot of phone bills, $200 and $300 every month, just talking on the landlines down in Louisiana. So because my father is from Louisiana, rest his soul, my family, some of them still down in Mansfield, Shreveport, things like that. I visited in Winfield. And so I'm just here to say congratulations and get on the phone and get that woman out of there. Get her fired. We don't need her. And try to get all your cases overturned. Good luck on that one. Get busy. Get busy. This is a Callie Griot with my Insomniac show for tonight. It's December 21st, 2020. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Comment. Let me know. Tell me what you're going to do. Are you going to make a call and get Michelle ODINET off the bench? And look up and see a little bit about her son, Isaiah. I think that's how you say it. Isaiah. And he's been kicked off the Jaguars football team. I guess that was him making all those comments. Maybe the coach recognized his voice, or maybe the players recognize his voice. So he's been kicked off the squad. I could barely find a picture of him. There's one picture I could find of him. He was fishing. But they don't have very many pictures of him. Maybe in Facebook, but I don't know how to use that yet too well. I'll learn Instagram. I'll learn that if I get enough time, all right? I'm 65. I'm trying, all right? So, it's the Callie Griot. Until next time, good night.